I want to welcome everyone back to another episode of Generational Investors. I'm the one, the only Coach Flo, and this segment want to cater towards those who are in debt, and I'm talking about they're tired of past due notice. They're tired of bills after bills, and as we wind this year down, these five tips, practical tips that you can start today as this year wraps up, going into a new year. And who wouldn't want to start the new year fresh? I know I do. Okay. So, other than these tips right here, if you know someone who can really benefit from debt cancellation, who can benefit from getting you out of the rat race, share this channel with them. Continue to hit the like, hit the notification bell if you have been getting my long content as well as my short content, because we're building up a new community of generational investors. And I hope you, by the end of this episode, can consider becoming part of this community. So the first one we'll talk about is stop borrowing money. That's right. And stop borrowing money. It can go a lot of ways with this one. Okay, so one way you can stop borrowing money is swiping less or not at all, because these credit cards are making a killing off of everyday working individuals like you and I. That's right. So if you cannot stop at all, swipe less. I typically use my credit card for emergencies only. Other than that, cash or debit or cash. But credit cards, they know what people are up against, and that's why they using it to their advantage. No more loans. If you cannot, I repeat, cannot afford something, definitely do not take no loans out, because these checking cash companies, all these systems are designed. That's right. They're designed to keep you behind. I say it again. These systems that's checking cash and all these other institutions, when it comes to wiring money and payday loans, that is designed to keep you behind, and they are making a killing off of us. So we got to stop borrowing money. Just got to start borrowing money. Moving on to track your spending. Give you a tip. Use a budget spreadsheet or worksheet. Okay. They have Excel spread, Microsoft. There's so many different types of spreadsheets you can use to track your spending, but definitely track what is coming in and what is going out, which brings me to keeping the receipts. I typically keep my receipts of large purchases, whether it's through email or actually physical copy, but large purchases, microwave, washer, dryer, TVs. I don't know how many times these TVs had clunked out, and I'm like, okay, these TVs supposed to last a bit longer, but seems like the old times things are not like they used to. And so keep track of these things, whether you do it digitally or you do it with a physical copy, but keep your receipts, track your spending, which brings me to setting up a budget. We all need to set up a budget. Mega name companies, these big name companies, the Microsofts, Apples, the Googles, Amazons, they track their budget. They set aside how much money they are spending, how much money they are keeping, all that. That's a part of their earnings report. So if you think like a company, you would set up a budget. Monthly expenses, gas, lights, groceries, mortgage, rent, insurance, doctor visits, monthly expenses. We're talking about monthly expenses. As little as going out to eat. That's a monthly expense if you go out to eat. Whether you go on vacation or whatever leisure, go out, restaurants, go out, anything that comes to on a regular, that's a monthly expense. So that's basically when it comes down to. But some people choose not to go out. But if you do go out, that's part of your monthly expenses. But you gotta eat. You gotta have a place to stay. You gotta have lights. You gotta have gas. You gotta have water. So track these things by setting up a budget and definitely build up a emergency fund. That's why I'm looking to incorporate going into 2026 is building up an emergency fund, because emergencies happen. They happen all the time. Tires break down, cars, parts need to be replaced. Microwave might clunk out on you. TVs clunk out, washer, dryer, just all these different things. And don't get me started, I have to go to see the doctor or urgent care. Just all those things play in my mind, and it should put something in your mind as well when it comes to building up a emergency fund, because emergencies is going to happen. It's not if they're going to happen, it's when. And we have to be more prepared going forward. Talk about my next point is creating a plan to pay off debt. So I ask you in the comments below, my goal is to pay off debt in, okay, if you say 3 to 6 months, put it in the chat. If you say 6 to 9 months, put it in the chat. If you say 12 to 15 months, put it in the chat. But what is your goal to pay off debt? Leave me a comment below. What is your goal? If you have some type of debt, whether it's big or small, what is your plan to pay it off going forward as the year goes on? Because if you don't make a plan, you're already planning to fail. I say it again, if you don't make a plan, you're already planning to fail. In wrapping this thing up, number 5, pay more than the minimum payment. That's what I've been doing with my credit cards, just paying more than the minimum payment. Practical stuff you can do. Debt snowball method. You can use this method. This method is every chance you have to make a higher payment will bring you closer to being debt free. That's right. That's how you get closer to knocking this debt out. Not making the bare minimum, but just putting a little bit extra to knock this thing down. And that's the snowball effect. Okay. Consider a side hustle. Now, my next segment I'm going to share with you as we go into October, which is a good month because it's my birthday coming up this week, October 2nd. Leave me a like. Shout out to me. Put it in the chat. Happy birthday. Yes, I'm preparing to have a good time this week, especially this whole month of October. I'm not going to just celebrate just a week. I want to look to celebrate the whole month. So consider a side hustle. I got plenty side hustle tips on the way. I'm talking some every day. I've been doing my research and talking to other coworkers who, shout out to y'all, who's been asking about what can you do to start the side hustle, make extra streams. Don't worry, I got you. Okay, so just want to leave you with, do not give up on this journey, because this is a journey. Okay, this debt-free journey is not a sprint. This is a marathon. I just want to leave you to something to think about. This is a journey. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. Depending on the debt, the size of the debt is not going to just wipe out all at once. Now, God can do all things. Don't get me wrong. But as we continue to strive to be debt free, financially freedom, financial independence, whatever you want to put in the blank, but you are tired of living check to check and bill out the bill, now's the time, because this is a journey and you got to start. So why not start today? So you have enjoyed this episode, smash the thumbs up, continue to share this platform, leave me some comments below, because I got some more for you in store. Just like God has in store for you, I got some. Stay tuned for the next. Peace.